What I would have expected was for him, after he mentioned the word bid'ah in the realms that we're actually talking about, right? Talking about, like, these are the hadiths that are used about avoid bid'ah, stay away from bid'ah. Bid'ah takes you to the hellfire, right? These hadiths. When is he going to provide the meaning of the actual word bid'ah in that case? He doesn't. All he says is it doesn't mean everything. I don't think anybody reading that, listening to that hadith, would understand bid'ah to mean every single type of innovation. Okay, so you told us it doesn't mean that, which I think most people that are having these conversations understand that in that context, in that hadith, the word bid'ah doesn't mean all innovation. But what does it mean in that hadith? What does it mean? For me, and what I've been taught, what I've learned, and from my just, natural understanding of words and language in English anyway, again, Arabic's going to be a lot higher level. I'm going to understand that to mean stay away from innovation, newly invented matters that relate to your worship of Allah. That's how I'm going to understand the meaning of the in that hadith. So anybody that's coming with something new, something that Rasulullah SAW or his rightly guided caliphs didn't do, as far as worship, as far as adding it to the religion, like this is part of our religion and the religion is for worshiping Allah, I'm going to say, no, I'm not doing that, because that's bid'ah. That's that negative bid'ah. That's the bid'ah that's going to take us to hellfire. Not the bid'ah that refers to all types of innovation. Not the bid'ah where Rasulullah was talking about him not originating, being a messenger of Allah. And not the bid'ah of Allah talking about his attribute of being able to originate or create everything from nothing. It's going to be referring specifically in that case, matters related to adding acts of worship or practices and making them a part of the religion of Islam.
So I'm going to introduce a hadith because when you have a word that has a meaning other than its literal meaning, it's being used as a term. The word bid'ah is not being used literally. It's being used as a term. It is lazy. It is incompetence to determine what the term means.
More digs, right? This is all framing the listener like it's lazy, it's incompetent. And again, I don't know of anybody who listens to those or hears those hadiths of innovation and their first thought is all types of innovation. They take it literally and be like, yeah, I can't use running water. I can't use electricity. I can't drive a car. I got to go buy a camel. Nobody literally, I don't know. I'll just say no. I won't say nobody. I don't know of anybody in my long years of 40 plus years of being on this earth and 20, 30 plus years of dealing with these debates of celebrating the Mawlid and what is innovation and what isn't innovation. I've never heard anybody actually hear that hadith and be like, yeah, we can't drive cars anymore. We can't use electricity. We can't use computers. We can't watch videos. I never, ever had anybody interpret that word bid'ah or that term bid'ah in those hadiths to mean the literal sense of meaning everything.
Based off of one evidence. You have to see every place where the concept of innovation appears in the Sunnah, in the practice of the rightly guided caliphs, and then based off of that, you're going to determine this is what it means as a term.
And again, you have to really pay attention, be a good listener. The people that take the position that the Mawlid is innovation and what the meaning of innovation is as regards to these hadiths that mention innovation, don't take the meaning off of one hadith, as he's alluding to here. There are multiple hadiths that mention bid'ah, innovation, and staying away from it. Multiple hadiths. And when you take those hadiths together and put them together, you're pretty much going to come with a sound understanding of what bid'ah is and what you should stay away from.